Hello again, Glitchrippy here. I'm back for some more Engendered Frontier, and I think I might want to take a break from doing some things and do something else because it's going to take a long time for me to charge up my book as much as I'm going to need because the next few major rituals will be very expensive. So I think I'm just going to let it charge while I do something else, and I may or may not use a chunk loader to just let it cruise while I'm doing other things. I don't think I'm going to do that quite yet. It is a bit dangerous to pull off, but I think, all things considered, it should work out okay. Because, like, everything else will be too far away, so monsters will probably despawn mostly if I'm, like, in another dimension or something. But otherwise, well, we'll see. But what I want to do is I'm going to pretty much go a distance away from here so that that doesn't uh, do everything. And I will probably actually start up on some Botania. Now, do I have that here, or do I have that somewhere else? Where do I have my book? I'm pretty sure I have it somewhere. No, not there. I do have my status checker, though, and I should definitely use that on a few things. Uh, yeah. Okay, let's see. Where do I have my book? Or do I have one around here? So that's a good question. Do I have the book? Maybe not. I might need to have the book. I need my Lexica Botania, apparently? Usually I have one by now, so that's a little weird. Maybe I got it in my Ender system. Nope. I got other important stuff there, but not my book. And that's a regular bookshelf, so don't expect that to be anything. Okay, so I need to make myself a Lexica Botania. Okay, any sapling works. It doesn't matter what kind. You just need a book and a sapling. And then you're good to go. Okay, because I need to do a lot of stuff, and it'd be good if I have that just chilling out while I'm recharging. Because this is going to do a lot of recharging. Okay, so... Okay, I got that, so I'm going to be good there. I'm probably not going to let Asura out yet, but I do know that I want him out whenever I'm doing another major boss fight or something. Okay, let me see if I can get around to the other side. Because I should be able to make it out fine. I might even do it on top here, actually. Especially if I can fill that in, because it had been like creeper blasted so many times in a row in the same spot. Same thing here. Like, seriously, this area on the top has had very bad luck with encounters. Like, horribly, almost unbelievably bad luck. But maybe I can green it up a bit with some Botania. Because I have a ton of experience. So if I can get myself the Rosa Arcana, then I should be able to vent my experience and get a lot of stuff done off it, because I have an absolute boatload of experience. Let me start doing, like, some of the basics here. Okay, what I'm going to need is I'm going to need to... Well, actually, I need to pop that back, because I need to find the right kind of flowers first. They're all over the place, but still, I need to be able to actually gather at least a few. And then production will start. Oh, wait. This area is a little low on them. Okay. I mean, the savannah is apparently not the best spot to find mystical Botania flowers, so... Okay, back to plan A. We do everything from here using EMC. So, yeah, let's let's do that, because there is the backup plan. Like Vasky realized this kind of situation would happen. So he made sure that there would always be a possibility of starting up, even if you don't have a really good area. Okay, so I don't have the yellow dye. Do I have a dandelion? Okay. So I do. That's good. As long as I'm at least nearby. Oh! I don't have rose red dye. I don't even have the red flower in here? Okay. Well, at least there's some nearby. Or that could have been very... very, awkward. Come on. Let me have it. Black spikes go in and out where you can do a lot of activity, and then you can't do anything for a while as it's just going, no. Okay. Okay, learned rose red dye. Had to get a poppy. Okay, need to get another one of this. And another one of this. Wrong one. Doing a little floral alchemy here. But where'd the other one go? Did it... back snap. That's always weird. Oh, no, I left it in here. That is one weird thing, is that if you're targeting something, it can actually be left in the table. So I just didn't retrieve it, apparently. There we go. Floral fertilizer. Good for whenever you're having technical issues. Like having no particularly good spot to get flowers from. Oh, I might want to patrol the area with a club. A very big club, while I prepare to snooze things off, because a lot of Botania is better done during the day. Mostly. Cavenic creepers? That's a problem. Let me snooze this off for a moment. Don't mind my cudgel, it's for us. Wow, that went into big melee soon. Oh, the effect cloud. That happened. Oh, that poor bear. Oh gosh. Things are not going well over there. That's for sure. Okay. And I leap right into the one spot that happens to... Well, as I said, this place is full of holes. I'll have to fill it in eventually. Because it has had some very bad days. Oh, that was just a bad one. Oh my gosh. Could there have been a worse spot to try to have to jump? I don't really think so. Okay, so now I have plenty of this, and I'll be able to get myself a bit of wool, actually, because I'm going to want to start up with making my pouch. So let's see what all I can get. Well, whenever it gets out of the lag, anyhow. Nice. Of course, one of the most important, as usual, I don't have yet. You need to have white very early on. Why white? Because it's the one that forms one of the most important flowers in all of Botania. So, there is that. But I can burn off one of these for at least something. Mystical Blue is the only one that I've only got one of. So therefore it's the one that I kind of need to trust to do this. Okay, now I can just collect away and they'll all go into the pouch. As long as the flowers. See, they all went in here, so that's always really useful. This is one of those recipes that's good to memorize just because of how useful it is. Okay, now I can use as much of this as I'd like, and I don't have to worry about it putting space in my main inventory. I just have to worry about seeking out white. Let me knock a few of these out to get a little more. Slime was slain by Iron Golem. Oh, they went all the way over here. Nice. Oh, that's what happened. I had a visitor. Not a nice visitor. Got some niter out of it. Yeah, stuff's happening over there while I'm away. I'm gonna have to give them some extra fuel at some point. Again. It doesn't have to happen as often as you think, because they can hold 64 steak at a time. That's a decent amount of food, actually. Aha! White. Just need more than one of those now. Because if I can get some... Aha! There we go. I'm trying to remember if that gives you... one or two. So it gives you 2 each whenever you use the lesser. Oh yeah, it does give you 2, because I just did that with the other thing. I had 1 left over. So I have enough to begin the main thing, but I want to have a nice sampler first as much as I can. Because it's really good to have a large amount of them. You can hold up to 64 of each color. So the flower pouch is very nice. Or it's the flower pouch. But it is dedicated to each type. So it's very specific, but it's also very useful. Because one of the things I'd like to test out is if I can have my army actually defeat a Gaia Guardian. Because Gaia Guardians are very powerful and they've got a lot of anti-cheese. I'm wondering if I can cheese it. I'm wondering if I can out-cheese the situation by the power of a mob army. That's one thing I really want to do. Is see, can my army defeat a Gaia Guardian? But that's going to take a lot of steps. And part of it is simply getting started up with Botania. Need to get my initial mana production going, and once I get that, I can move on to something better. And I'm thinking I really want to go Rosa Arcana for a huge surge, because I get a lot of experience from defeating the bosses. Like, whenever I defeat Sir the Fallen, or Jorth the Dread Beast, or for that matter, I haven't done it yet in this world, but Sakthoth, Harbinger of Doom. All the bosses in Abyssal Craft give you a lot of experience, and obviously Jazahar does. He's the big head honcho. So, if I'm going to be getting a lot of experience from fighting them over and over to recruit them and do other things, then I'm definitely going to get a ton of experience, and that's where the Rosa Arcana comes in. Is it has the ability to sack experience in exchange for gaining a pretty good amount of mana in a really good hurry as well. Like, the rate is pretty up there in terms of conversion. You can get a lot of mana really fast. So, it's a pretty good investment if you get a lot of experience in a short order. So if you're beating really powerful bosses, or just strong enemies that give you lots of experience, then it's a pretty good one to use. I've used it in the past, and it works out really well. In fact, because your base mana spreaders only really have so much capacity and ability to transfer, there's a pretty good chance you will basically max out the flow and have to, like, be careful how much you give it, because you're going to have to basically keep a tight watch on it. So that's something that you have to keep in mind, is that it does have a limit, and after that you're just kind of burning excess mana in a way that you're just missing out. And you don't want to do that. You obviously want to get as much as you can. So I have to watch it like a hawk whenever I'm doing this. It's like, no debate, you gotta watch it like a hawk. It's just the way it works out whenever you're using the Rosa Arcana, because it's officially too strong for a normal spreader. Now, later models of spreader, they can handle it. And just getting progress towards the Gaia Guardian fight, I will have a better option for a mana spreader. I haven't really had much reason to use them in the past, but this time I definitely will. It's partially just because I know that I can overwhelm them with this particular flower. There are all sorts of ways of gaining mana in Botania, and I'm just wanting to go this particular route. Because again, I'm gaining a lot of experience from my fights, and I'm going, I'm just going to get a ton of that. So I might as well. You know, I mean, if I'm going to be getting that much, I should use it for something. There's a lot of slimes, and they're getting pummeled. I've noticed that that's like the most common thing the death message is reporting to me right now. Is just going, yeah, slime, slime, slime. I'm going, what is up with the slimes? I'm going to have so many slime balls over there. And yeah, of course I'm going to periodically return and grab some stuff. So I'm going to have a lot of slime balls to turn in. And admittedly, Botania is another one of those mods that, if you're using Project E, tends to be an EMC sink. Because you can kind of convert EMC into mana, but not directly. And there's not really much way to turn it back. So you will sink a lot into it. I mean, you can get a lot of advanced progress in Botania done quickly that way, yeah. I'm not debating that it's not a good trade. I'm just saying that you gotta just know that it's good to have a decent amount going in, and/or a good way of producing more. Because it's gonna bite through your supply really fast. Speaking of supply, I'm about out of my floral fertilizer here. So I know that I should have a pretty good selection of flowers to do everything with. And if not, later I can just do this type of thing again, where I just grab the floral fertilizer and produce more flowers. Because there's not much of a reason for me not to, because it's something I can get a lot of. It's not really that expensive in its EMC value. And even if it wasn't, I know how to farm the subcomponents pretty easily. I mean, I've done so in the past without Project E, and just use stacks of this stuff. It's actually pretty easy. Like, you find yourself one good skeleton dungeon, so you get unlimited bones. You find yourself a rose bush, and you can use said bones to get rose red from the rose bush. Although not directly, because you get the rose bush item first, but it converts into a good amount of rose red dye. Now, you also get yourself a nice sunflower. Do the same with that. Converting sunflower items into dandelion yellow. And then you will receive a wide variety of flowers, because you will be making literal stacks of this stuff in a hurry. So it's actually fairly easy to just farm flowers using this. Just this. You don't have to do all the other methods. And there is a flower for making more flowers. Like, you can basically exchange mana for more flowers, and you can also grow a tall version of these with bone meal by taking the mystical flower petals, placing them in the ground and then using bone meal. And the taller one has to be harvested with shears, mind you. So it's not something you can just punch like this casually. But then it gives you like much more of the petals back than normal. Like instead of giving you 2, it gives you 4. So you get twice the return. And that's a pretty good investment. So you just kind of consider that you have options that are less complicated than what the mod might try offering you. Because there are vanilla dynamics at work that you can just go, well, there is an easy way to get flowers. So there is that. And again, that's just vanilla helping you out. So you should always have at least some way to get the mystical flowers that you need. Because this is kind of the base item, and although it can be made from the mystical petals, and specifically kind of after you convert them into their special like dye forms, they're like floral dyes. It's easier off the vanilla components that's considered the backup option. So the back path is better than the path that it tends to present you with otherwise, where you have all these floral dye options, and going, well, that's probably how it's meant to work, but that's not actually quite how it's easiest. It's easiest with the basic vanilla input options, because those things you can farm relentlessly. I'm not, again, this can all be done without Project E. That it just makes it easy that it has an EMC value because it has basic ingredients that themselves have an EMC value so that it can calculate up. So you can kind of see where your options are when doing this kind of thing. And that's my last floral fertilizer for now. Just in time for the sun to set. Oh, and the zombies are out, as you might assume. Holy moly, the place has gone really ballistic. Here we go again with the whole, I'm going to lag spike you into a tree routine. Or maybe just whack them in midair. I don't want to work it. Well, I got the armor, so I'm okay. Poor... Oh gosh, yeah. This is where I have to slash a lot to get, through things. Well, my iron golem ladies are leveling up nicely. I don't know what my power is at right now. There's some of those slime balls I knew I was going to get. And here's where I start turning them in very rapidly. Okay, oh, I got other drops that I need to turn in. Okay, fair enough. Barley seeds. Okay, because now I need to go out there and defeat the enemies again. That's a long line of death messages. Yeah. We knew that was gonna happen. Okay, let me see what all I can grab. But that was a decent flower drop party. Did something hit me from behind? Oh, I hear a witch. Where is she? Okay. There she is. Got the witch. They're always loot-tastic. It's one of the reasons why I actually do kind of like witches in Minecraft, is they give you the loots. All sorts of loots. All the way from string you can use to make a fishing rod, to various things you can use for oh well, not the string. Sorry, that would be the spider next door that I whacked. But they can give you all the way from nice glass bottles you can use to bottle all sorts of stuff to various other brewing components, and of course, whenever you get glowstone dust from them, that's one trip to the Nether you just saved yourself. So they drop the loots. All sorts of loots. And you can also get potions directly for them if you defeat them while they're using them. So you can get all sorts of stuff from witches. And as an opponent, they can be pretty wild. I mean, their attacks are armor piercing, and in terms of mob battles, they do a lot more than you'd expect. I've had an interesting time having witches against stuff, and it just turning out much more favorable to the witch than you would usually expect. And Shadow Beast, just try to not get directly into his firing solution. Yeah, let's trying to avoid that. Need back up. Ouch. Oh, the pain. Those guys can do a lot of damage really fast. Luckily, so can I. And as a team, we're definitely good for this. Oh gosh. Here's the lag spike. Actually hitting this guy, or is that a morph? No, that's one of them. Why won't you fall? That was seriously a morph. No, that was one that just refused to get hit. I mean, what was up with that? Okay, maybe if I just rush them. Ow. This really hurts a lot. Sometimes you just really get hit. Wow, I don't even know what's going on there. It's like, whoa. Okay, let me try the other attack. Okay. It got assassinated by my iron golem, so I must have been sneaking at the time. Whoo! Serious blasting is happening there. Wow, that was intense. Okay. To go back in though. So you see it got its special repair job without even flinching. Just doing a little floor farming and then all this happens. Whoa, yeah, auto-target doesn't always work out well. It's too locked on. Stop that. You may think auto-target with Flash Blade is a good thing, and it usually is, but then that happens. That was so disorientating. I was like everywhere. My view was everywhere except where it needed to be. Ah, does loot. Okay. Oh my gosh. Have some steak. You need it way more than I do. Anybody else really down? Because that was a serious blitz. Okay. Sorry for giving you this, but I kind of have limited options right now. You just have some of this, and I'll get you some steak in a moment. Oh, wow. We were rushed. Oh, and one of them got taken out. It's a good thing I've been converting more, but I think I kind of had an overall loss recently. I might as well get her the extra steak. Yeah, the steak is good. That one is stuck in there for some reason. Well, who needed the steak? Oh, that's the morph. Yeah, one of them got defeated. They're outnumbered by a bunch of elites. Because shadow beasts are elite, and they will crush things. Disintegration? Okay. I think that is the enchantment that helps you destroy constructs in Engender. Did not take, anyhow. Oh well, I tried. Okay, let me see if I can... Oh, I just imagined one of the most nasty scenarios ever for what could possibly be on this sword. Ah, it's not even halfway. You see, this is why I wanted to do Botania while I was waiting on this. Because this could take a long time to refill, and that's a decently efficient setup for filling it quickly. So, yeah, that's exactly why I said I was going to do other things. In fact, while we're in between major disruptions, and I mean that literally with Abyssalcraft, let me see what my haul was. Okay, a little low on red, but otherwise mostly fine. Because it looks like everything else I got at least 10 of. Just red is like really low. Okay, I'll go ahead and solve that. I'm gonna do what I said could be done. Actually, let me just take that extra one there. See, do I have shears in my... No, I don't. Okay, fair enough. Time for me to reveal how to do this part really quickly. Okay, shears. See some bone meal. This is like a super effective application as far as I remember. Like, it's always really fast to operate. So, this should go pretty quickly. Of course, while I'm at it, I might as well see if I can get myself a little bit more on the earths. Okay. So I eat that myself while giving them steaks. It makes it very easy to maintain. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can kind of barely see them. Like, they sparkle a little bit, but they don't have much of a visual otherwise. So you kind of gotta remember very carefully where you left them. As I said, super effective. Like, 1 bone meal each, you're always good. And these will not go into the flower pouch. It's solely for the... oh, lag spike. It's solely for the base ones. Come on, pop into my inventory so I can convert you. There you go. See, now I have a pretty good number. That's actually going to be worth a lot. So I'll just keep that as is. But that's actually worth way more than the initial supply. So I should be able to get quite a bit. Okay. Yep. Okay. Let me see here. I'm gonna have to get various things, and this is where I'm gonna have to see, is the Rosa Arcana a base flower now, or not? Oh yeah, I need my rune. That's well, the runic altar isn't really that hard to get a hold of. So, it'll just take some initial mana to charge that up. So I'm gonna have to do some things leading up to it. I think it's in the basic mechanics you get the runic altar. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mana some stuff up before I really start getting into that. But then once I get the... So I'm gonna have to do some other flowers first. And Vasky kept changing the balance, which is why I had to relook this up. It's not really forgetfulness, it's that he keeps switching things around. At least he had for quite some time. So I'm gonna think, what will be my... Oh yeah, that's right. That is a possibility. But only if I get some absolutely ridiculous stuff. But so I guess I'm going to have to just go with the regular Indo Flames first, just the usual way. Well, kind of these days. I mean, it used to be a different kind of flower. But yeah, this doesn't require any runes or advanced mana stuff. Or, like, even just introductory mana stuff. You can just, like, do them directly and burn off some fuel to get them to produce mana. And I'll, of course, need my mana spreader. And of course mana pools, so I'm gonna need to mana it up, and I'll show most of that again whenever I'm going back with stuff next time. But there's reasons why I hung over there, is that way hopefully a lot of the creatures were despawned. But yeah, and as you could see, quick note, I decided it was a good idea to have one of these specifically just for Proud Soul. Wait, is this doing that thing again? No. This actually worked, so we're good. I have like 4 stacks plus nearly half a stack. Yikes! If only some of the recipes for this worked, because it's. I think it was actually best in. Okay, one quick thing to do before I head out here. Hadn't had it loading like that for a while. Okay. Let's see here. Slash blade. Yeah, it, okay, so it does have the recipes in here like it did in 1.10. You can click on them. Ironwood, sharpness, yeah, okay. Slash blade. Oh, that's the one with the intricate one that I might be able to do. See, 7.5. Oh. That one can go directly into Bewitched. Sweet. Of course, I have to have 1,000 kills first, so maybe I'm gonna have to see where I am on my kill count. That's something that's a definite thing there. Thousand Crane, bunch of Blade Souls. Proud Soul needs to be at 10,000, but I get the Muramasa. Maybe. I don't know if it's really better. It's good, but is it really that much better than... that's like a special variation of it? Or it has to be... Huh. Maybe that just means that it's the one with like... Oh, it has to be refined. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to refine them the same way, because I don't really need to. So I'd probably be going this way, with the really intricate recipe. So, yeah. So it does have the recipes in the achievements like it previously had. I'm not entirely sure if those are still in 1.12.2, but I liked it that way, because that makes it where you can actually see how it really works. Because the thing is that whatever your recipe indicator mod is has a hard time with it for some reason. And because of that, the guy who ran it decided, okay, I'm going to just show you how you stage these recipes to get to stuff, because apparently there is some confusion and the program does not know how to work it. So, yeah, there's that. Wait, are these... Oh, wait, I think I have the Yamato that I need to fix. Broken Yamato. That takes... Oh. It takes 1,000 Proud Soul. Do I have the Broken Yamato? Or, well, I have a Rust Blade. Maybe I still need to retrieve the Broken Yamato from the end. Because that could be a thing that I'm needing to do, is to retrieve the Broken Yamato. Because you need that to fix it. You get that from beating the Ender Dragon. But it'll kind of show up and you'll have to... see, is it there? I fixed those in advance. Yeah, I have the Broken Yamato. So I really should be fighting with this for a while. And then whenever I get enough Proud Soul power, I can fix it up, and then it becomes the true Yamato. And the true Yamato was... See, how much better was those stats? Because I know it's worth it to fix it. I'm just trying to remember, like, how much. Because the Broken Yamato is just... It really is kind of broken. I mean, you can use it, but it's like, help me please, I'm a broken sword. So, yeah. Broken Yamato needs 1,000 Proud Soul. Okay. How much do I have on my main slash blade for... just for comparison? Because... Oh, I have like 6... So it should be pretty easy for me to get that much. Well, kill count is nowhere near what this one needs for the other thing, so... Yeah, if I'm raising these concurrently, I'll probably get by that Proud Soul and the Broken Yamato way before I get the Eternal Slicers thing. So that is definitely a slight issue there. But the True Yamato, it's got, like, definitely way better stats. See, that's not really nameless, but this is accurate to what it's going to be like afterwards. So this is going to have much better stats, probably going to be auto-enchanted and bewitched even. So it'll have, like, and its special moves, summon sword ability, so to get the full Yamato, that'll be pretty good. And I'll do that over time just as I have enemies to fight, because, let's face it, more enemies will show up over there. In fact, there's one right now. Oops, they knocked him out before I could. This does complicate getting the motto fixed, just slightly, but otherwise I should be fine. So, I'll have to consider that as a slight complication, as I may need to be careful where my mob army is at the time, to ensure that I can actually get this fixed. For now, well, you can kind of see what some of my projects are going to be. I'm going to be doing some Botania. I'm going to try to get some other stuff leveled and powered up, because some of my next few fights, and for that matter, some of my next rituals are going to be pretty big. So I need to charge up for that, and that's gonna take me a while. So a few episodes worth, and then humongous stuff is going to happen again. For now, I'm going to be logging off. Hope to hear from you all later, and bye for now, everybody. Oops, wrong button. I didn't mean to hit that. Sorry.